You know, we're talking about soccer on the desk this morning, and like kids have summer camp and soccer camps, things like that. It must be brutal out there.
Like imagine being like those counselors that have to come up with something new and creative indoors every day.
Oh my gosh, I was a camp counselor for a while. And
Really?
yeah, like a day camp.
Yeah.
And when it was raining, we were all like,
no, right.
yeah,
another puzzle.
Yes, right. Another puzzle.
I remember working at a like a country club. I was like the
yeah.
grill boy at a country club. And I was always like, when it was raining, I was like, oh, sweet. You know, this is going to be an easy day for me because no one's really golfing and all that. So, yeah, it's all perspective, I guess.
Exactly.
And we've got to stay positive in this pattern. Although the next couple of days do look pretty nice. The last 24 hours have not been in New England, just drenched with rain in the inches department too, especially in Vermont, parts of New Hampshire. Here in Maine as well, the Western Maine Mountains saw tons of rain, like 5+ inches over the last 24 hours. With that said, all of the flooding reports have been to our west. Vermont, just a mess right now. Parts of southern New England too, down through the Berkshires of Mass and the Litchfield Hills of Connecticut and the lower Hudson Valley. There have been about 1,300 reports of either flash flooding or excessive rainfall. And as you can see here in the Pine Tree State, very few reports. Now, that doesn't mean we haven't had problems or aren't seeing any. We just don't have all the eyes out there at the moment, but we're still dealing with some heavy rainfall, especially in northern Maine. It's north of Bangor now. We had some downpours last night. Most towns picked up about an inch of rain, but it's still coming down very heavily for the Allagash and parts of Aroostook County. In this area, we could easily pick up another inch or 2 inches. And if you're planning to head up to this area, this is a popular spot in the summer months, obviously, with people ATVing and canoeing and hiking and all that. Just be aware, don't be ripping around on some sort of vehicle. You may run into some of those dirt roads that's missing part of it at some point because of all of this excessive rain. Now, it's going to be a lot better these next couple of days, starting to dry out a little bit as high pressure works in. Almost 3 full days of rain-free conditions. So I know hay farmers are craving 3 days. We haven't really had any. It's been a rough stretch. This might be your only opportunity, and I can't promise that all 3 will be dry and completely rain-free, but you probably just have to go for it. This afternoon we'll be drying out. We'll be clearing from west to east, getting some sunshine. So there's day 1. Tomorrow looks good, and for the most part, Thursday does too. And then we go right back downhill on Friday and maybe parts of the weekend. But this afternoon looks great. Just be real patient in eastern Maine and in northern Maine. You'll be the last to see the sun. Hence your cooler temperatures, low to mid 70s, but it's going to be above 80 southern and western Maine, and a good beach afternoon with an offshore breeze. Wow, we haven't had many of those. Most of the flow has been from the south, giving us the tropical conditions and the dense fog at times. Solid couple of days though, sunny and hot tomorrow near 90. Thursday holding off the rain as long as we can. Looks like Thursday night and especially Friday into Friday night it returns. That tropical air comes back up here. This front squeezes it out. It means more torrential downpours. I am a little optimistic though that we're going to get a decent Saturday. Partly sunny. Can't rule out a shower or storm, but it won't be like this past weekend where we didn't even see a ray of sun. We will get some sun next weekend. Marine forecast sees 2 to 3, southwest wind 5 to 10, water temp 62. Clearing out this afternoon for sunshine. High temperatures reach the lower 80s. Tomorrow's going to be a hot one, sunny, near 90. Very humid out there too. Low 80s on Thursday, clouds return. Friday, the downpours do. There'll be some torrential rain in there. Saturday, partly sunny. Can't rule out a shower or storm, but most will be able to avoid them. And then it looks like they will be a little more frequent, more numerous on Sunday to finish up the weekend.
All right, healthy mix.
Yeah.
Every day.
Sure.
Thanks, Todd.